Well, he claims his company is the #1 online fitness equipment dealer in the country.
But customers from all over the country say he took their money and he didn't deliver, all while living in a Bel Air mansion. Christine Lazar is here now with 2 on your side in her investigation.
Pat and Jeff, these are just some of the lawsuits that have been filed against him, and those will likely continue to grow. Now, all of them tell a similar story. They paid for fitness equipment that they never received. He lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Bel Air. He has a picture-perfect family. James Rosen calls himself a successful businessman, philanthropist, health advocate, and positive role model, all while selling fitness equipment online.
Hi, I'm Jim Rosen.
But these people say Rosen took their money.
I'm in with the big hustler.
And never delivered what they paid big money for.
I'm sure that my $2,000 is going towards his monthly mortgage.
The first person to contact 2 on your side about James Rosen was a retired school teacher named Ruth Osborne. She paid almost $3,500 for a treadmill last April that she has still not received.
I'm embarrassed that I got swindled.
Ruth admits that she saw a few bad reviews about one of Rosen's websites, Fitness Deals USA, last spring. But she says when Rosen called her on the phone.
Hi, Ruth. My name is James. I'm the president of Fitness Deals USA.
He had an answer for everything.
He was smooth.
He's slick. He's got a really good way of talking you into something without sounding pushy.
Rosen told her those negative reviews telling customers to beware and run away were the work of a disgruntled employee. The reviews all essentially say the same thing. They paid Rosen in cash for fitness equipment that they never received.
Put your hands this way, okay?
Mission Fitness in Alhambra ordered nearly $13,000 worth of equipment. To date, they haven't received any of it. Linda James spent her Christmas bonus, nearly $2,000, to Fitness Deals USA for a trainer. She placed the order last December. And Kim Jones still hasn't received the cross trainer she paid nearly $1,400 for in November of 2017. She says she was promised free shipping if she paid in cash.
Hello, my name's Christine Lazar.
We called every number we could find for Fitness Deals USA.
I'm leaving messages on different voicemails hoping that I can connect with someone who can help me.
We also went down to the business address on Olympic Boulevard, but Fitness Deals USA had moved out. According to business paperwork with the state of California, Fitness Deals USA filed to dissolve the company in May of 2017. That's well before they took the orders of any of the customers who contacted us. The signature on the paperwork, James Rosen's wife, Tiffany, seen here in a family photo.
Yeah, are you Tiffany?
It was Tiffany who came to the door when we went to the Rosen mansion. She denied being Tiffany Rosen and threatened to call the police. Turns out Rosen and his wife are busy with a new fitness website called 24-Hour Fit Deals. The company registered with the state last March with both of their names on the paperwork. This woman, who didn't want us to reveal her identity, ordered a cable cross machine from 24-Hour Fit Deals for $4,800 in July. When her order didn't arrive when it was promised.
One guy told me that there was shipping problems and that, they were working on it. The other person I talked to said it was in a distribution center in Texas.
We decided to contact 24-Hour Fit Deals and inquire about a PRECOR treadmill. We got a text message from a salesperson who identified himself as Levi Strong. He said they were the #1 PRECOR wholesaler in the country. We asked PRECOR about that and were told via email that the company isn't even an authorized dealer. After weeks of back and forth, we believed Levi was actually James Rosen, so I confronted him over the phone. He said Levi was his Hebrew name and not an alias, and he claimed he didn't own Fitness Deals USA.
He's been doing this for so long, he's callous to it. So I just think the best medicine for somebody like that is to go to jail.
After repeatedly asking Rosen to refund the money of the people who contacted us, his attorney sent out a letter late last week telling his customers that they could put in for a refund. But if they wanted all of their money back, they'd have to agree to payments spread out over 3 years. If they want their money right now, they'll only get 25% back. Rosen's attorney also sent us a statement today blaming this all on unforeseen negative financial circumstances. It also said that if the company isn't able to make everyone whole, Rosen will dip into his own pockets to cover any shortfall. We will have that entire statement from James Rosen on our website, cbsla.com. Now, we were in small claims court on Friday for one of the cases against Rosen, hoping to finally talk to him in person, but he didn't show.
Okay, Christine, thanks for that. And of course, she will have her follow-up for you. In the meantime, can Two on Your Side help you? Just email TwoOnYourSide@cbs.com with your problem, or on social media, use the hashtag TwoOnYourSide.